looking for businesses with a lot of innovation and world-class potential, but I guess the one thing that always stands out is the team, and I think the team remains key. We're looking for high-quality, experienced, entrepreneurial people who have lots of energy, they've got a great vision. I guess ideally they're selling into a large growing market, that their technology is well differentiated in that market, that it's competitive, and obviously that they've got some commercial validation of that. So the stage we're investing, that typically means good revenue growth, strong commercial traction. Other things that stand out, I think feeling as well that there's a sort of standard pitch that comes through the door, and I think it does make a difference for a business to even to take 5 minutes at slightly tailoring their pitch for a specific investor. Things that can be red flags to us really are around the nature of the revenue and the revenue traction. So the nature, the detail underlying the revenue is key, and a feeling that they've really looked at which investors are likely to be most interested in their offering and the best fit really for the business.
So Keep is a network that rewards people for their achievements in games and applications. We've our headquarters over in Silicon Valley and a couple of offices across the continental US. And now I'm based here in London running all of our kind of international expansion into Europe, the Middle East and Asia. This is really the next wave of mobile advertising. And what we've been able to do in terms of fundraising is actually prove that this is the case. So we can show people the hockey stick growth in the number of daily active users and monthly active users that we have. We can show people the hockey stick growth in adoption by brands, and show people that actually this is a real business with real traction, real interest from brands and developers alike, and real momentum.
So Blipper is an image recognition platform targeted at brand-to-consumer interactions. So it's a single lens through which brands can actually interact with users, the users can interact with brands. We are in the process of Series A, and it's been quite fascinating. I mean, we're looking at both sides of the pond. We've been visiting states for fundraising, or we've been talking to leading investors in Britain. So we're taking our time, not for reasons anything other than that. We think it's one of the most important decisions we'll ever take, and we're taking our time. It's been amazing, pitching to the top 20 VCs in the world in the West Coast, and even getting that time for an hour each time, you learn so much. I mean, there's a lot of feedback to be taken, which is actually put back. As time has flowed in last 1 year, we figured out today with the numbers we have both in revenue and user growth and momentum we have with brands, we're in a much better position to raise money and to get a more realistic valuation.
We've raised 3 rounds of funding, so a seed round of 300,000 that allowed us to build out the product and get the initial beta test out of the way, and then a Series A of $4.2 million, which allowed us to then build out the team a little bit more in the US, and then recently we did a Series B of $11 million, which really allowed us to fuel international growth and growth of our team in the US. So that's what's gotten us to this point so far.
I think there isn't any time that's too early to start building a relationship, because you've got to see your lawyer as one of the most trusted advisors as you help to build your business. On the other hand, you should be thinking about what kind of lawyer. You want to approach someone that's in the startup area that's able to spend time talking to you about startup type needs, and that will evolve over time. So there really is no time that's too early. The most frequently encountered pitfall is setting up your business and doing your initial division of shareholdings and things without thinking too much about what your next steps are going to be, not thinking about giving too many share incentives away, upon having too many founders, upon not thinking about taking a certain amount of legal and business advice, so that even when you're setting the business up, you are set for your first seed round.
Fundamentally, an advisor needs to demonstrate that they understand the business, what the business does, who the business sells its products or its services to, but more importantly, it needs to understand the aspirations of the people who own the company, whether it's to buy a yacht and sail off into the sunset, or whether it's to be internationally acclaimed, or whether it's to achieve financial freedom. a good advisor should be very aware of the goals that that person wants to achieve, not just in their business but in their life as well. When you're, let's say, selling a business or raising money, it's not just a case of advertising the fact that you're doing it and sending out a bunch of emails. Those days are gone. I think what people look for now is somebody who can demonstrate deep understanding and deep knowledge of the subject matter and be able to come up with a creative solution. You've got to understand who your audience is, what investors want, what are the things that they're looking for in the company. Is it scale? Is it geographical coverage? Is it the size of revenue? Is it the profitability targets? Is it the management team? Another thing which I think is overlooked is the understanding of compliance and the regulatory issues that go around the territory of operating as an advisor. What anybody should look for is the fact that that advisor has completed the necessary examinations, they have the necessary badge, if you like, from the Financial Services Authority to show that they're operating a compliant process. And that's very important in this day and age.